Capricorn, I feel like you're spiritually, like you're exhausted. But it's almost like only my hand hurts. It's like my hand was like cramping. It's almost as if like, how do I describe it? It's like when when you hold on to something too tight, your hand cramps. That's how I felt. So if you have been praying for something, if you have been trying to speak something into existence, my advice to you is you need to loosen your grip on the outcome, because that's not how manifestation works. What we manifest is the feeling. A spiritual teacher that I was associated with for a little while taught me that, and it's a beautiful thing. Like, we can only control how we feel in the end. You know, we can only say like, I want happiness, or I want to make money in a way that brings me joy. Like, when we fixate on what we do or don't think that means, you know what I mean, or what it means to be happy in a job, it often gets very difficult. So it's not that your manifestations can't be specific. It's just that when we are so fixated on something coming out a certain type of way, sometimes we don't get anything manifested at all. So I really think that you need to loosen your spiritual grip, so to say, on whatever you've been trying to put out into the universe, because it's getting to the point where you're going to strangle the manifestation, if that makes sense. I'm also, because my left arm is getting tired, and like, I don't know why I barely do anything with it. But this is the arm I receive energy in. So when the energy doesn't leave my arm and it doesn't transfer, it's like this idea that like your spiritual life is not commingling with your life outside of your home or outside of your human vessel. Like no one knows that you have a spiritual practice, or no one knows that you even try to like manifest things. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's this idea of that your spirituality is isolated somehow. And I'm also feeling as though that you're trying to like pray rapid things into existence. Like, it's this idea that I feel like you're trying to rush the manifestation and you're holding on to it. And it's cutting off the circulation of the flow of intuition. You want this to come into fruition so bad that you're being like hasty in some capacity. Like, and it's all left side energy. So it's not stuff that you're doing actively out in the world. It's like incessant prayer, but with a disclaimer. That's how I'm feeling. Like, Spirit, please make me happy, but make me happy by bringing this person, this amount of money, and this job by. And then like you do it every couple seconds. You know what I mean? It's like, that's the idea. It's not helping you at all. Look, because ultimately, you're here. You are in your head about it. You are worrying. And that's the thing. When we hold on so tight to the things that we ask the universe for, we show fear. We show that we don't trust, not only in spirit, but in our ability to manifest, and our ability to receive, and our ability to feel worthy of what we're asking for. You have to let spirituality into your mind. It's not something that you can control. It's not like, to be spiritual is not just reading books and knowing theory and then trying to rigidly apply that theory to this like master plan that you've worked out, and then be mad when spirit offers you a new experience and you're like, no, I told you what my perfect ideal happiness looks like. Why are you not giving me that? Like, ease up, Capricorn. I know money is important to you. I know your job is important to you. I know what you have and don't have, and I know that affects you greatly. But I'm telling you, holding on too tight. One, this is happening out of fear because you've been disappointed before. But if you truly believe that you have evolved, or you truly believe that what you're asking for is destined to you, then why are you holding on so tight? Because, you know, not for anything, that was the Four of Cups, so the person wants the three, they don't want the new one. And it's like, that old Three of Cups brings you pain. You know, what you've been doing is not working for you. That's why you're asking for something different. So you can't tell Spirit what is better. Spirit knows what's better. That's the whole idea of surrendering and giving it up to God or giving it up to Source, is that we don't know better. Okay? So if you want a new opportunity to build, right, or be seen and recognized for what you do, then you need to loosen your grip and get a grip on your emotions. Know your emotions without being consumed by your emotions. Hey, Capricorn. So listen, I'm going to tell you right now, everything I was talking about in the beginning just showed in your cards. And I know you see this Ten of Swords up here, but the dope part is I think a lot of you are finally learning Pluto's lesson in your sign, and that whole strong grip in that blocking your manifestation, though that's showing, you are going to get clear on how you are doing it to yourself, and you will be victorious in that I think is a creative venture. It could be something that, you know, you're going to be making money with, but it is something that I think actually speaks to your heart, and you're ready. You've matured, Capricorn, to the point that you are able to birth this project, and that you're not going to impress so much mental energy on it. Like, I almost didn't even put the runes down because I'm like, oh, I already know what this is talking about. I was talking about this through the vibe. Like, but what's interesting is your overall energy is the Seven of Swords. So this is my, not all the time, but right now, definitely it's my you played yourself card, or don't play yourself. So Capricorn, I think in the past you have played yourself, and you're going to get clear this month on how you have been the reason that your blessings haven't come through. Like, this is definitely my you're blocking your own blessings card. It's like you are stealing your own mental power through fear, through being so stuck on old stories about how things didn't work in the past. Like, I see this overall as just like letting almost everything and anything rain on your parade. But you're going to see this month how it was you. Like, nobody did this to you. You did it to you. And even though that sucks, you know, that reality sucks, the overall reality of that is that also means you have the power to fix it. So knowing that we are the creators of our own universe and our own world, our own reality, also means that we are in control. So Spirit is mostly asking you to release this very traditionally Capricorn need for control, and you're finally ready to infuse faith into your projects, into the things that make you money. Like, yes, money is not spiritual money. I mean, to a lot of people, it's the thing that we need in this 3D reality. It's this thing that, you know, we survive off of. And I think that because of your knowing of how real money is and how real we need money to build on our dreams, that in the past has really put a downer on this creative project, because what you are trying to birth really speaks to your heart, Capricorn. And I think that all those like tough love readings you've had are really because you're not happy in your work. And I think that you're finally ready and able to see that everything doesn't have to be perfect up front to create what you want. And also that you now have you've learned the lessons and you have the faith to bring it into fruition. So what Spirit is asking you to leave behind is the Knight of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, which also fell out with the Queen of Pentacles. The runes here are success and fertility. So, again, the Knight of Pentacles is a very, very almost anal knight. He is so concerned about things being just as he wants them to that he often cripples himself. And I feel as though Spirit is saying you need to leave behind your idea of success in what you believe a financial opportunity looks like. Because you're going from the Queen of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles in the outcome. So you are going from the like, you go from like the minor mother of the tarot to the actual mother. So you're like leveling up in a big way, Capricorn, but it requires faith. It requires you actually letting love be a part of the equation. And that has been a big theme for all the signs this month, following their heart, making decisions that are in alignment with their truest self. And Capricorn, I know Pluto has been kicking your ass, but I feel like you're finally getting a grip on it, because you're ready to create this new opportunity and really make it something real. But you're also ready to release your grip, because you understand that you can't, we can't plant seeds and dig them up and then be mad that they don't sprout. And I think you're finally understanding that. What door was once closed to you that is now open? The Ace of Cups. The runes I have here too fell out. I have marriage and protection. So I think that Spirit is saying, one, you're finally ready to let love in your heart, in your life, and in your world in general. And I think that you're ready to commit to following your heart, to listening to your heart. And I think you're finally seeing that you are protected when you create a commitment, right? Marriage, create a bond with love and with Spirit. I'm going to pull another card here just to see if we get any more information, but I really feel as though you're finally ready, Capricorn. I think you're finally ready, and you've finally gotten your metaphorical ass beat enough to know that surrender is necessary and now is the time. Okay, your cup can and will runneth over if you allow it to. Look, bottom of the deck, Empress again. You are ready to create. Yep. What we have here is strength, the Eight of Swords, the Star, and the Page of Swords. So this tells me that with strength and the Eight of Swords, in the past, you have been so headstrong. There's nothing wrong with being strong. Like, being strong is an asset. But you were being so headstrong in how you wanted to manifest this passion of yours that you then locked yourself into a stalemate with yourself. You were so hell-bent on having this certain thing that you then put yourself in a prison, because without love, how can we manifest things that are truly in alignment with us? But through that isolation and through understanding that resiliency and strength is an asset, just not when, like the lion, a tame lion, right? A lion that understands its power is not going to bite and roar at every single person that passes. They're only going to do it with ones that are truly a threat, right? So they have to constantly check in with themselves. Otherwise, they would attack their owner. You know what I mean? So it's the idea that you're finally getting your strength in check. And I think also because you locked love out of your decision making and out of the moves that you were making out in the world, you in a lot of ways put yourself in a cage. Put your strength in a cage. Like, you disempowered yourself through keeping love at bay. But you have finally reinstilled faith, not only in yourself, but in your dream. And I think that you're finally ready to believe in yourself. And I think that you're ready to communicate it, not only to yourself, but to the world. Okay? So, because the Page of Swords, can be like a lot of different things, but I think that you're ready to communicate something. I also feel as though that, because when I finished, I don't know if it was this card or this card, the Eight of Wands on the bottom of the deck, and now we have the Page of Swords here with the dream. So I think for a lot of you, this has to do with not only communication, like something that the thing that you've been wanting to do involves your voice or involves your thoughts, but also I think it involves the internet. Maybe a blog, something like that. Okay, your current energy in your head, the Knight of Cups with the Ten of Swords. In your heart, Page of Wands. And in your foundation, the Five of Cups. So what's interesting, the rune here is luck. So what's interesting is I think that you've been thinking about how in the past, when you made an attempt to go after this thing that you really love, that you were completely devastated. Like, that you didn't have any luck. Like, you weren't able to get lucky. But I also feel like this is saying that, the Ten of Swords is about surrender. And I think that you're finally surrendering, right, to love. Because if you look at it, the Knight of Cups, you know what I mean, is walking from the Ace of Cups. So it's as if the love is ushering into your life and washing over you. Like you're getting, this water is getting poured onto you, right? Rejuvenating you. I think that you're finally understanding how, like I said, how you've deceived yourself, how you have been your own worst enemy, and your luck is ready to turn around with love. And I think that you're sick and tired of having so much anxiety and having so much mental anguish. And I also feel like this is a little bit like depressed, maybe depressed because you don't have a partner or you don't have someone to share your success with. But again, I feel like you're seeing that no one can bring this into your life. Like no one can bring into our life what we don't already or aren't ready to bring in for ourselves. Because in your heart, you know, you're ready to create. You're inspired. You're very much inspired, and you're ready to see what you can do. You know? So this to me, I think, is surrendering to love here. I think this is you realizing that life is much better when we allow, you know, love to pour over us and in love to be in our mind. Because yes, logic is important, but there's also like a death to your logic of what luck is and what success is. Because inspiration and pure passion that comes from our spiritual essence, like, isn't always going to be found in logic. But I think if you're having a difficult time moving past this Ten of Swords, again, it's because you're holding on to how you've been disappointed in the past. In the Five of Cups, he's looking at the 3 again, right? Just like in the Four of Cups didn't come out here, but he's looking at what has happened before and has yet to acknowledge the new relationship that is available to him. So don't look back, Capricorn. There is nothing to learn from looking back. Nothing. Nothing. You have learned the lesson. All you need to do is loosen your grip and believe in yourself, okay? Spirit's advice for you: Ace of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, and the rune here is home. So 1, you have a sword here again. So 1, you could be getting a new idea about how you can collaborate with other people, maybe on the internet, to build a home-based business. I also think that you're going to get clear mentally, right? You're going from the 10 to the 1. You're getting clear on how you can be recognized for your work. I also think that you're finally seeing how you can build a foundation. And I think that you're also realizing that you can't do everything alone. Like you may have the passion, right? The love and the passion, but you need to bring somebody else in to Pentacles to create and build what you have. Like it's okay if you're just the creative brain, Capricorn. You don't have to do everything yourself. I know you have the physical ability to do everything yourself, but you don't have to. So I feel like this is you also letting other people help you. I'm feeling it like that too. I'm feeling how, again, you've seen that your stubbornness has actually hindered you. Yep, bottom of the deck, Starseed or the Fool. Brand new beginning, right? Knight of Swords, right? A brand new realization, something that just comes out of nowhere. Perspective that causes you to pause and just look at things differently. And I think that you're King of Crystals, just like the King of Pentacles. I think you're seeing that you don't play every part in this. You don't play every part in this. I think you're realizing that to really build something stable, you need a team. You need a team. And it's okay to need a team. And then it's not going to, I also think that you may get the ideas now and you may start to find the people, but it's not actually going to manifest quite yet. In the future, what is to come, we have the Page of Cups with the Empress and the King of Pentacles. The rune here is victory. So, again, I see this as you having the ability to birth this Page of Cups, right? This emotionally charged offer or creative venture. Like, this is also like a very musy energy. Like, I feel like, again, I don't think you're gonna be the entire brains behind the project. Well, not even not the brains. I think you're gonna be the heart and soul of this project, Capricorn. But I don't think you are going to like, if it's a website, I don't think you're going to build the site. You know, I think before you were trying to do everything and now you're realizing, you know what, in order for me to be secure and make this a financially prosperous opportunity, I just need to be creative. I need to listen to my heart first and foremost, and the other stuff will come in later. I will find my tribe. I will get clear on who these other 2 or 3 people I need to build this with, and you will be victorious in creating something that has the potential to be very, very financially prosperous in the future and very secure. But I think it's important that you realize how it was available to you all along, and that all you need to do is just like loosen your grip on what you feel is right and wrong and how it's supposed to be and how it's not supposed to be, okay? Both of those want to come out. Get you some affirmations for the month. I close my eyes, think positive thoughts, and breathe goodness in and out. Yes. I meditate on a regular basis to reap benefits from this practice. Swag, okay? When I make a mistake, I realize that it is only part of the learning process. Weren't we just talking about this? As I forgive myself, it becomes easier to forgive others. Yes. So, if you didn't want other people involved in this project because in the past it didn't work out and, you know, you're like, I'm not relying on anybody, I'm doing it myself. You know, I find that creativity can't bear the weight of a business, especially up front. So I see this as you just being victorious in being creative and allowing that energy to flow through you, and you realizing that to make this a secure thing that you can actually live off of, you will have to involve other people. And as you surrender over into love and allowing positivity to flow through your mind, you will achieve that. Capricorn, I love you. It's getting better as you get better, okay? I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in a few weeks for your love readings.